saw Night Swim, first horror movie of the year of 2024, and it was all right. It was a good story actually. I think it could have been executed a little better. Um, the story is about a family who buys a house. Head of the family is a man who is a famous Major League Baseball player who happens to come down with sadly MS, and they need a new home to kind of start over and everything, and try to work things out. And one of the things about this house, it has a swimming pool, and the swimming pool turned out to be quite therapeutic for this guy. And in fact, he starts healing up really quick. The only problem is that this swimming pool has a dark past, and it involves something not so much in the pool, but in the water in the pool. Think of it as, I don't know, you know how in Pet Cemetery the ground is sour? In this movie, the water is sour. It's kind of like that. And you kind of see something that happens in the very beginning of the film to kind of set the tone and the understanding that there's something going on, something bad, something diabolical. It seems very supernatural in nature, but it doesn't really explain the nature of that nature, so to speak. But you do get a further understanding well into the last third of the film on what happens. So the wife starts to realize something weird is going on, as well as the two kids, the son and the daughter. They both, started experiencing things, strange things, and the three of them realize, that they need to do something about it. What's weird, not weird, but what's, I guess, a good positive about this film is that it really goes out of its way to have you really care about the characters, right? It spends a good portion, like I would say almost 2/3 of the film, really goes into focusing on the family and what these people are going through personally, and even in light of their current situation with the father having the MS and all that, but then mixed in with the events surrounding the pool, gets kind of bad in a bit after that. They I liked it. I liked it. It was a good story. I don't think it was the greatest. It's not a movie I would buy, but for an hour and a half and change, I was engaged and I paid attention, and I was like, okay, let's make it happen. This was a interesting story. I liked how it ended. It's definitely a movie not only that had a strong family thing to it, but it also the theme was sacrifice basically. And if you really want to understand what happens there, then watch the movie. I would say I would give Night Swim 3 coffee cups because I think it deserves it even as a first film of the year. I don't think it sucked. I just think it's not a most memorable movie, and that's usually the case for most horror films that come out in January of the new year. Every January of the new year, it either got awful or it's just okay. That was a good story. Okay, But I can't remember the last time seeing a horror movie that I was so blown away by that on a January of all months. All the good stuff doesn't come on until much later in the year. So, which we're gonna get. So we'll see what happens with those films. But in the meantime, if you've seen Night Swim, talk to me, comment below, and share with me your thoughts on it. I thought it was a good story. I thought it was compelling. So please, by all means, let me know what you think. And if you like it, give me the like. Likes are likable. And that's it for today. Happy New Year, guys. What can I say? This is Ralph Perez, Horror and Coffee. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so yet. Take care of yourselves.